juncture, I wish to now take the honor to invite the Honorable Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, Honorable Francis Mwebesa, to address the meeting and officially open this 25th session of CCAFRICA. Welcome, sir.
Honorable Minister, FAO, WHO and Codex Secretariat, distinguished Codex members and observers, members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I warmly welcome you to the official opening of the 25th FAO and WHO Codex Coordination Committee for Africa session here in Uganda. I hope you will find some time amid your busy schedules to experience the beauty of our country and to know the hospitality of our people. Uganda has been a member of Codex family since 1964, actively engaging in efforts to ensure food safety, quality standards are upheld globally. Following Uganda's appointment as a regional coordinator for Codex matters in Africa during the 43rd Codex Alimentarius Commission, we have witnessed a remarkable progress in our preparations to host this significant 25th session. Uganda is privileged to host this important meeting for the second time. In 2020, during the 23rd SAFE meeting, Uganda was appointed as CCAFRICA coordinator for Africa for the first term in 2020 to 2022, succeeding Kenya. Due to our exemplary leadership, Uganda was reappointed for the second term, 2020, 22, 24. This role requires effective mobilization, collaboration with 49 member states under the CCAFRICA and 5 member states of African Union. Allow me to recognize the immense contribution of our government ministries, departments, and agencies whose dedicated efforts have been central to this success. These include the Minister of Health, which chairs the Codex Committee, the Minister of Agriculture, Ministry, Animal Industry, and Fisheries, the National Drug Authority, and the Uganda National Bureau of Standards, which serves as the National Coordinating Secretariat. Together with these institutions, have demonstrated exemplary leadership in advancing food safety initiatives, a critical cornerstone of our nation's food system. The Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, in particular, plays a vital role in connecting food systems by linking regions with limited agricultural potential to those with comparative agricultural advantages. The Ministry continues to play a critical role in promotion of regional and international trade through, among others, effective participation in African Union initiatives such as African Continental Free Trade Area, as well as activities of the regional economic communities such as East African Community, Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa. Additionally, efforts are harnessed through the World Trade Organization and the African Growth and the Opportunity Act. The government of Uganda is committed to investments in quality and standards, encompassing development of the standard infrastructure, including the development of standards, construction and equipping of food testing laboratories, decentralization of services and enhancement of compliance, mechanism to ensure accessibility and availability of safe and nutritious food. As of August 2024, Uganda had developed 4,862 national standards, among which 1,134 standards are in the area of food and agriculture, of which 150 are directly adopted for Codex. The government has responsibility of protection of health, safety, welfare, and environment, fraud and prevention, and the promotion of fair trade. A prerequisite for trade on equal terms is the products of service accepted formally in one economy must also be free to circulate on other economies without having to undergo extensive conformity assessment, justifying the Uganda commitment to fully establish and strengthen the quality agro-infrastructure. The ultimate goal is to ensure one standard, one test, one certificate accepted everywhere. The issues that will be discussed this week are extremely pertinent in improving the food safety, quality situation in the continent, as well as positioning the region to adopt and deploy a new innovative approaches such as food systems transformation, and one of health approach that necessary to address some of the global challenges to agri-food systems, including climate change, sustainability, and food loss and waste. I've been reliably informed that the recently adopted Codex Strategic Plan 2026-31 has placed significant focus on strategies contribute addressing the global issues within the Codex statutory purpose. As we gather here today, we are reminded that the evolving food safety landscape presents both opportunities and challenges. Emerging hazards, climate change, and new technologies require our regulatory system to adapt quickly. While harmonized standards are essential, their value lies in the extent of their implementation. It is crucial to build capacity, particularly for small, and medium enterprises. To integrate these standards into national food control system, Uganda's growing industrial sector and its effort to modernize food control systems stand to benefit immensely from the outcomes of this session. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I want to reaffirm the Ministry's unwavering commitment to quality and standards. I urge the CCAFRICA member countries to prioritize the reduction of non-tariff barriers and technical barriers to trade. These barriers undermine trade advancement in Africa, leading to inconsistencies in supply chains, eroding trust among trade partners. Let me take this opportunity to thank the Codex parent organization, FAO, and WHO, as well as Codex Secretariat and the CCAFRICA Secretariat in Uganda for their tireless efforts in organizing this session. I also extend my gratitude to the over 150 delegates, including CCAFRICA members and observers, whose participation underscores the importance of this gathering. With these remarks, I now take this singular honor, joined by Honorable Minister of Health and the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Industry and Cooperative Fisheries, to declare the 25th FAO WHO Codex Coordination Committee for Africa, CCAFRICA25 session officially opened.
At this moment, I wish to take the honor to invite Honorable Lieutenant Colonel, retired Bright Ramirama, deliver your remarks. Welcome, sir.
It is an honor and a privilege to address you and warmly welcome you to the 25th session of the FAO WHO Codex Coordination Committee for Africa. And I also welcome you to Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. This is an important meeting which unites delegates from 49 member states under Codex Coordination Committee for Africa and the 5 member states of Africa, African Union countries, signifies and reaffirms our common commitment and obligation to advancing the goal of Codex standards, food safety and quality standards for the protection of the health of consumers, assuring fair practices in international food trade, and coordination of international food standards work. Before I proceed, let me take this opportunity to convey my sincere appreciation to all those that have contributed to different ways towards the successful holding of this important meeting in Kampala. Uganda joined the Codex family in 1964 and recognizes Codex standards, codes, and guidelines by the World Trade Organization agreements on the application of sanitary and phytosanitary measures and technical barriers to trade for the protection of human life and health. The country has an active National Codex Committee which has continuously and effectively coordinated and participated in Codex work at the national and regional levels to ensure food safety, quality, and fairness of international trade through development of standards, harmonization, and national regulations, standards, those elaborated by Codex. Activities promoted under Codex are well supported by the country national framework, including the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, Vision 2040, National Development Plan 3 and 4, National Agricultural Policy 2013, the Uganda Food and Nutrition Policy 2003, National Health Policy 2010, National Grain Policy 2015, National Trade Policy 2007, National Standards and Quality Policy 2012, National Agricultural Policy 2013, the Plant Protection Health 2016, Public Health Act, Uganda National Bureau of Standards Act 1993, Animal Disease Act, among others. Distinguished delegates, trade is ultimately the key driver that should inform the key identified interventions along the food value chain geared towards increasing production and productivity, post-harvest handling and storage, agro-processing and value addition that will enable the continents achieve enhanced wealth and happiness for all. Unsafe food and poor quality products is no doubt a key technical barrier for many of our country's products in various lucrative markets. African food systems face challenge in food safety and quality, largely attributed to weaknesses in food control systems and regulatory practices, climate change, and related emerging hazards. These have negatively impacted the food business operations, especially the MSME, because of their limited capacity to use Codex standards, which comprises safety, quality, and access to market in their products. By strengthening the food control system so as to improve the quality and safety of locally and international traded food commodities, raising the profile of Codex and food safety issues, we will position our countries for improved access to regional and international markets. Ultimately, this will result in overall improved export of foreign exchange earnings and promotion of the tourism industry in our countries. Acknowledging that significant portion of African countries, primarily agrarian economies, with 70% of the continent's population dependent on agriculture, it is crucial to consider the implication of this has on development and policy making in the region. My sincere call to all African countries is to strengthen our institutional framework, invest in capacity building, promote awareness across all stakeholders, and continuously collaborate, communicate, and strengthen Codex work, as well as consistently implement across the continent to build sustainable agro-food systems. This will translate into realization of the protection of the health of the consumers, ensuring fair practices in international food trade, and coordination of international food standards work ultimately ensure sustainable development of our countries.
We will now proceed to the remarks by the Executive Director of Uganda National Bureau of Standards before we conclude the opening by the remarks by the State Minister for Animal Industry and the final remarks by the Minister of Trade.
A recent study by ISO on economic impact of standards suggests that the availability and use of standards contributes 23.7% to the GDP growth of Uganda year on year. This underscores the critical role that standards play in the socio-economic transformation. As the current coordinator for CCAFRICA, we would like to commit to the continued engagement of members in the region through designing and delivering capacity building activities in collaboration with FAO, WHO, and Codex Secretariat to ensure that the 49 member states in the region are able to effectively participate and contribute to the Codex processes.
I will straight away proceed to invite the FAO country representative, Dr. Antonio Querido, to proceed to the podium and give his remarks. Welcome, sir.
On behalf of the Dr. Abebi Hale Gabriel Slaze, the Assistant Director General of FAO in Africa, the region, I'm honored to welcome you to the 25th section of FAO WHO Codex Coordinating Committee for Africa here in Uganda. It is a privilege to address this important gathering, which plays a critical role in advancing Codex standards and enhancing food safety and quality across Africa and beyond.
Wish now to invite the representative of the WHO country representative, Ms. Kira Koch, to proceed to the podium and deliver the remarks. Welcome.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in this area of globalization, with increasing volumes of food and agriculture products being traded both domestically and internationally, countries have realized the importance of strengthening national food safety systems and the need for harmonization of food safety measures. Codex therefore plays a key role by providing an internationally harmonized food safety and quality framework on which countries can build to ensure food safety. The effective implementation of food safety and quality standards developed by the Codex Alimentarius Commission not only ensures the protection of consumers' health, but also enables access to regional and international markets.
So I wish to welcome Dr. Alana Zegele from Kenya to address this gathering. Welcome, sir.
We are all keen, as Chair and Vice Chairs, to demonstrate our continuing commitment to work in the service of the Codex membership, ensuring that we are close to the members, to committees, and committee chairs, so that we understand your issues and the debates and can help guide the Codex family through them. As chairperson, my vision is to ensure Codex remains the foundation of the global food system, protecting consumer health, facilitating fair trade practices, and addressing emerging issues with science-based solutions. As we gather here today, we are reminded of the essential role that food safety, quality, and trade play in shaping the future of Africa food systems. The Codex Alimentarius provides the international benchmark for food safety and quality standards. It is a framework that helps to protect consumer health and ensure fair practices in the food trade, thus fostering economic growth and food security across the globe.
The remarks by the Codex Secretary, Dr. Sarah Cahill, welcome.
In this context, CCAFRICA in recent years has had a strong focus on the African Continental Free Trade Area and the efforts and needs to move towards harmonisation of food safety and quality standards across the region. And the region has also developed the Continental Food Safety Strategy aimed at mitigating various food safety issues, enhancing consumer health and reducing economic losses associated with unsafe food. And all these objectives fit very well with the statutory purpose of Codex to protect consumer health, facilitate fair practices in the food trade, and promote coordination of standards. So it makes full sense that CCAFRICA address these common goals in this forum. And one example, as our chairperson of the Commission mentioned already, in this area are the guidelines that have been developed for harmonised food safety legislation, which supports these regional goals.